it's coming all right. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Flash across the screen, nature's power in all its scenes. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. To like and share. Say hello to David and Mark. Get ready, the show is about to start. Keeping you informed at every update so you can stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. To like and share. Storm warnings flash across the screen. Nature's power in all its scenes. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Dave. How are we doing today?
Well, it's another day, and it looks like we're at it again.
Uh-huh.
We got a lot of stuff lining up out to our west, as you can see. A lot of severe weather, and that right there worries me a little bit. And I don't really like what I'm seeing from the Storms Prediction Center either, Mark. So why don't you tell it a little bit, talk about it?
All right. Well, we were under a slight risk earlier today. Then they downgraded that for us and mostly through the area to just a marginal risk. There's a few thunderstorms forming up over in eastern Arkansas that one of them could go severe through the evening, but mostly it's going to be very, very isolated if it does. But then overnight, everything starts to re-energize a little bit from southerly winds pushing up with moisture and warmth. And then in the early morning hours, we could see a round of severe weather, like after 3 a.m., 4 a.m. time frame. And then we may catch a lull through midday, and then tomorrow afternoon and evening, here comes the cold front. That's going to be our main threat time. And that shows us under an enhanced risk for severe weather, all modes, and a hatched area for tornadoes, which means that the tornadoes could be EF2 or higher in strength.
Yeah. Well, we had two confirmed tornadoes in Christian County from Friday's event. One of them was just south of Hopkinsville, was on the ground for 10 miles. I believe it was an EF2, if I'm not mistaken. And
yes.
Then there was one up going into the Clifty area from Christian County, and I think it was a 1. But so we actually came out okay. It could have been better, but I'm happy we didn't have loss of life. It could have been very, very bad. So
yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm still not quite caught up on things. It's just one of those times. We'll get through it, and it won't take long, and we'll eventually all have a good rest from the severe weather, hopefully, at some point. I am looking forward to the much cooler temperatures as the cold front gets through. And it looks like Thursday our highs are still going to be in the mid, maybe upper 60s. Quite chilly for this time of year. I guess you would call that
same for Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the overnight lows through that time, Thursday night, will be in the upper 40s.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Anyway, if you can go ahead and give them a synopsis of what we're expecting.
Well, this afternoon, we'll be looking at highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny, which it is across the area, and that's going to help energize our atmosphere a little bit. Again, we could start to see some showers or thunder showers, mostly to the western part of our region, and that's going to be in the early evening hours. Those will disappear, and then in the overnight, we'll be okay. But then by 3 or 4 a.m., we'll be looking at increasing chances, 40 to 50% chance for thunder showers and storms to move through then. And again, Tuesday through the day, 80 to 90% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tuesday night and the thunderstorms, again, they'll be early, and then the chances start to back off to about 30%. We could see a couple of storms even after the cold front goes through, but those will be small storms and probably nothing severe at all with that.
And thankful for that it's not going to be an overnight event or even after dark event. If it ends by, say, 6 p.m., then we will have done a good thing. But when you have a daytime event, usually it means the storm severity will be a little higher. Let's hope that the sun stays in tomorrow. We need a cloudy day in the worst kind of way. And if we don't, if it gets like it is out there right now, bright sunny skies, and it's going to make it so much worse, and we may be dealing with another damaging weather event. So anyway, we have a lot on with us today. We've got let's see, Tin Can Ham Joe says howdy y'all. A good friend Dave is on with us saying hello to everyone. April Griggs, is this going to be bad? Hopefully we've answered that. Cindy Shelton, our good friend Cindy at Ma's Kitchen. She makes the best food. I love that woman. She says, hello, Thunder Buddies. Debbie Soxy says, hello, everyone. Chris says, hi. Paula Wagner, hi, David Mark. See ya, Core. Sup? My goodness, he sure has been working on this other channel we're looking at, and he is phenomenal. Daryl Bass, they always get on about this time. I have to drive home from work. And he says, I appreciate all you guys do. You're welcome, Daryl. Cody Grimes says, hope everyone is okay from Friday. Yeah, so do I. I think everybody's starting to recover, but it has been pretty rough in the neighborhood here lately. But everybody's on the road to recovery. Shelly Workman says, hey, y'all, and Chantel Hale. 4858, hello, everyone from Fredonia. And Dave says he's waving at Shelly. And Shelly says, hi, Dave.
Everybody's waving and saying hi to each other.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about. Everybody on here is friends, and we enjoy talking to each other. And
Mary Voorhees says, hello, David, Mark, and everyone from Chile, Michigan.
Hi, Mary. Good talking to you. And Nenini Washte. So, anyway, let's see here.
Yeah.
Chris
Darlene A says,
Chris Meacham
says, Darlene A says, how about Evansville and Fort Branch tomorrow? A friend is going to Evansville for chemo. It's pretty much the entire part of Western Kentucky, all the way up close to the Ohio River and all the way over to around Lexington and to the east, maybe over to Jackson, and then it drops south from there. So it could be, and even the areas out of that is still in the slight risk for it, which means it's just not quite as numerous up that way.
Yeah, well, Seacor says it best. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. And that's a good saying to live by. And then George says, good afternoon, everyone. And Dave says hi to Chris. And he also says hi to Anna and Brittany. And he says, Eric Break says, I can't talk. There's no point in me trying to talk. My tongue is tied. Says, we meet again so soon. While you like the stream and share. Okay. Shelly Workman says, hi, Eric. Mary Voorhees, hello, David. Everybody from Chile, Michigan, like you said. And everybody's saying hello to everybody else. Anyway.
Seacor says he wants his catfish.
He's when I said Cindy Shelton, he's got his mind on that good catfish they have. I mean, but they only have it on Friday, which is fine, but it is some kind of good. I just can't say enough good about it. I hope some of you can be able to go by there and try it at Ma's Kitchen. It's there in Fort County Boulevard up next to the same shopping center that Harbor Freight's in. So, but it is unusually good. I think you will be happy if you go by there and get something off the menu. They're good. There's Earl Stewart says, hey, Dave and Mark, hope you guys are doing great today. It was good to see you, Dave, yesterday. I caught him out there messing with the Red Cross stuff. He was working like you wouldn't believe. But Earl was, he was actually a partner of mine for a little while on the storms back in the early days. So he got to get into some rough things with me, and I don't think he wanted to go out with me much anymore after that. But anyway, I'm glad to see all of you. It's one of those times when you're just kind of winding down, and hopefully everything will get better, and we'll all feel better soon when the weather calms down. I know I'm looking forward to seeing the cooler temperatures. It's going to be nice. And let's see here. Let's look at couple of the cameras we got. I want to look back here at the Springfield camera, Robertson County EMA, and look at those clouds, Mark.
Yeah, plenty of sunshine out there.
Yeah, there is, and sunshine is not what we want. It says it's 91.2 degrees there. Of course, I don't know where the thermometer is located, but the dew point's showing 70 degrees. It's not good.
Nope.
Not good at all. And
yeah, as I said, there's some storms firing up over in Arkansas, and those may drift over this way, but so far they're not severe, and they're not really looking for much over that way. They did have a discussion on that from the SPC, and they said a watch was unlikely. Yeah. They just said there might be one pulse up and become severe a little bit, but it wouldn't be for very long duration or very long distance.
This is the camera over at Reelfoot Lake, looking to the west, and you can see already there's a storm there, right? Looks like fixed to come across the lake at them. So it is a warm day out there for a lot of people. I don't see the temperature on this one. just mainly the wind speed. So there is that. Skyhorn says hello to all and have a beautiful day. Tommy Hilliard, howdy, David Mark, and Heather Page. Has Tornado Alley shifted to us now? Actually, it has been shifting for about the past, I don't know,
10
10
years.
years. Yeah, something like that. We are now what's called Dixie Alley. And some of the characteristics of Dixie Alley is most of our stuff is at nighttime. So it's particularly dangerous for spotters and intercept teams because it's dark and you have to know what you're looking for. And fortunately, most of our people have been doing it so long, they know exactly to watch for. And Connie Chancellor says, time frame, please. And let's see here. We're looking at maybe pre-dawn in the morning, and then the main round comes through about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, and that's when the cold front comes through. And that's a powerful cold front. I would not be surprised if we do get some severe weather in that. Hey, there's Harley, my good friend Harley Blanship. She has been busy all day helping some people with cleaning up some trees that got tore up in the storms. That's nice of you, Harley. Hopefully you don't have all your muscles sore and everything from all the lifting and stuff. But anyway, Michelle Fleming says hello. Anna George, David, can you say hello to my grandsons, Jace and Gray? Well, Jace and Gray, I hope you guys are behaving and taking care of your grandmother. You don't always have them around, so be sure and treat them good today, and always tell them you love them. Okay, so there's my message to them, and I hope it works for them. Cody Grimes, what's a tornado threat for tomorrow? That's a good question, Mark, and let me get ready. I want to show them the tornado threat because
Right.
I didn't think it looked good at all. None, some, come tall. It didn't look good a bit. Let me get to it here. Okay, here we go. We are in the enhanced risk, as you can see, which is an increase from what it was earlier today. And if I go up and I hit the tornado threat, that looks terrible to me. I hate it.
Yeah.
You know?
A
Tell 'em what we're
10% with
seeing.
hatched.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And
tell 'em what
that
it means.
10% with, 10% with hatched. 10% is 10% of the area is likely to see a tornado tomorrow.
Yeah.
The hatched means that anywhere within 25 miles of a point has the potential to have an EF2 or higher tornado. So that's a pretty substantial threat.
Yeah. So this is why I'm concerned, and why I guess I'm talking a little somber. I'm not in high spirits, so just because it's just been a lot going on, and we've been extremely busy around here today. We've had some special guests in, and it has been very nice to see them. We had the Muds in, and they were absolutely phenomenal. Good people. And
Yep.
we have a relationship going with them, and I look forward to a good future working with them. The wind threat tomorrow is also not real good.
No, 30% for right here in Hopkinsville, but just to our east and southeast, I always say, Nashville, maybe even Bowling Green and eastward of there, it's a 45%, which means that's not, that's a pretty high percentage for severe winds. Now, there's not a hatched area, so they're not expecting hurricane force winds, but they are expecting them probably over 58 miles an hour, but probably less than 75. But it could still, that's a lot of wind range to get up in the upper 60s for wind speed gusts, and those will still do some damage. Those will pull a shingle off your roof easily.
Yes, they will. And the hail threat, it's not as bad as it was the other day.
No, it's not.
So anyway, this is the situation for tomorrow. Let's hope that it does not materialize. We sure need the sun to be in tomorrow. Do not sunshine tomorrow. And that may get us through it all without too much trouble. But if we have bright sun like we had a little while ago, it's going to be Katie bar the door. Hey, Harley says, I'm fine. I helped with the little limbs. Can't you see her picking up these little twigs and stuff? I'm just aggravating you, Harley. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Francis Pidcock, hi, David Mark. Praying for the storms late tonight and tomorrow. Thanks for keeping us updated. And Shelley Workman, got any times? I think we named that, but we'll tell it again. Possibly as early as 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then a gap, and then the main finale in the afternoon, probably somewhere around 5 or 6 o'clock, but that is
Mm-hmm.
just a rough guess. But then after that, it looks like it'll be over with. But that area in the evening, around 5 or 6 o'clock, that'll be peak heating already be occurring, and if we got any sunshine, you're going to know it, and you will see the results. So anyway, let's see here. Chris Beecham says, "What's IY looking like for Friday for high school graduation?" Oh, what's it looking like for Friday for high school graduation? I think it looks nice, doesn't it, Mark?
Sunny with a high, in the upper 60s.
Yep.
And Friday night's only partly cloudy with a low around 50. It could be a little cool in the evening.
Yeah, so carry your
A
sweater.
lot of these graduations are outdoors. Like I think the high schools here have theirs over at the stadium quite a bit. And so you might want a light jacket or something just to keep the breeze off of you.
That's right. So anyway, so that's that for the graduations. I hope you all have a great graduation coming up. We'll be back on again on Wednesday. And of course, we'll certainly be on tomorrow if this severe event develops.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know exactly what time.
Right. It may be, and we might be in the morning for a while,
Yep.
and then we may take a break and then come back in for the finale.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm not looking forward to having another real early morning and another late evening, but we'll see. Thank you, Eric, for answering Mary's question. And let's see here.
Well, which light green? The lightest green is just general thunderstorms.
Yeah.
The darker green is marginal, and then the yellow is slight, and the kinds of oranges is enhanced.
Yeah, but that's Eric took care of that for us. Thank you, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen Cruz, what's it look like for Russellville tomorrow? Well, it's going to be about the same as it is here. You might be just a little bit later. So if it's 5 or 6, it'll be maybe 6:30 your area. We'll see.
Yeah, this is going to be sweeping from west to east, another line pushing through like that.
Yeah.
So that means that the storms themselves will probably be moving from southwest to northeast.
And the problem would be if we have storms develop out ahead of it, discrete supercells that could cause problems. So yeah, it's one of those things we've got to be very careful about, and we'll keep a close eye on it for you. You know, we're not going to let you down. You know, I'm going to be on top of it with you. Mark's going to be right here on top of it, and nothing's going to get past us. We can't stop it, though. Just remember, we can warn all day long, but we can't stop it. And I so hate that, but there's nothing I can do. I would give anything if I could. But Francis Pidcock, hey, David, is this upcoming cool spell linen breeches winter? No, that's a little later on. That's not until June. This would be blackberry winter because the blackberry bushes are in bloom. And so it's called blackberry winter. And so, yeah, linen breeches winter is still yet to come. Gwen Cruz says, thank you, guys. You're welcome, Gwen. I guess we could do a little tour around on our cameras, Mark, if you so desire.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me kind of get us back to a radar here. And,
most of us around here in this part are having a pretty nice day.
Yeah, but this area right here out along the Mississippi River seems to be increasing a little bit in intensity. That's something we might want to keep an eye on. I don't think they don't appear to be wanting to go severe, but you never know. You just never know.
The coverage is getting a little bit more numerous, but those are still pretty isolated if you look at them.
Right. Destiny Higgins, is the tornado threat lower for tomorrow than it was on Friday? I think it is a little bit lower, isn't it?
A little bit lower, but it still bears very close watching because it's greater than 5%, which is, if it's less than 5%, we just say, it's not that high a threat. But anything above 5 for the tornado side of it, and we really need to be careful with it.
Yeah. And Sia Core says, I see these colors as a direct correlation to how I react to the storms. Green is green behind the gills. Yellow is wet myself. And the other one is supposed to be brown, not red. He ain't right at all. Oh, my goodness. Cindy Shelton, my blackberries are covered in blooms, and that means she's going to have some blackberry cobbler at some point later on in the season. Yeah.
Fortunately, this winter, this blackberry winter, does not look like it's going to have any frost or anything with it. It's just going to be in the 40s. So,
yeah. And let's see here. Francis Pidcock says, thanks, David. I get them mixed up. Yeah, I do too. It's hard to remember them. Andrea Cook, my blackberries is already blooming and producing. Woo-hoo. Usually they come ripe generally around the last week of June. And I know I always pick July 4th when I went picking before I got chiggers so bad. You know what to do if you get chiggers really bad? You're laughing at me. I got chiggers so bad that when my grandmother was still living, I asked her what to do about it. She said, take some powdered detergent and put it on where it was itching, and it did help. It took care of them. I mean, they were gone. It burned when you first put it on, but it did help.
I got them quite often growing up in West Virginia, believe me.
Yeah. Cindy Shelton says, yep. Well, the best thing to do is take some kind of insect repellent and spray over the areas where they could get into your breeches. Some people tape up their pants legs and things of that sort. Similar to what you would do for ticks and stuff. Yeah. Yep. On ticks. Yeah. I got took last year. Somebody came by and said some woman was part of the tick inspectors and said you had to. No, never mind. I'm not going to tell that joke. That's I know that joke. Don't go. Ruth Cornelia says, I am still jealous. What are you jealous of, Ruth? Sia Core says, I must always be hungry, huh? Dave says, me too, Mark. Mignon Higgins, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you have had a great day. Glad that we won't have any really cold weather to worry about. It's going to be, actually, it's going to be kind of pleasant. I really am liking it. It'll be too cool to get in the pool, but yeah, it's going to be nice. Andrea Cook says, clear nail polish. Yeah, but I had them so bad, I'd had to have 2 or 3 bottles of clear nail polish to cover them all up. So, and then you got to figure out how to get it off of you. Anna George says, she says clear fingernail polish works. And Michael Shane Dunbar. You know what we always used when I was growing up? What's that? Bacon grease. Well, I don't know about that. It's easier to get off the nail polish. Michael Shane Dunbar. David, I saw earlier something about the weather radio services being down for mandatory system update through Tuesday. Is this real or is it junk someone put out? It is partially true, but it's only for the Lexington area. We had that also told about earlier, and we did some checking with the National Weather Service, and it's for the Lexington area, and we're not included in that area, so our weather radio is going to work just fine. Shelley Worman says, we're hungry, Dave. Well, go get something to eat. Oh, my goodness. Tammy Tatum says, clear nail polish. Ashley Mae Orton, bleach. And Ruth Cornelius says, the lower temperatures. Our weather will have drier air, but not lower temperatures. Well, that'll help some, though, I think, Ruth, if it's drier air. Shelley Workman, I'm going to get in the pool next. Weather? Did you mean next week? She must mean something. It ain't going to be this week. But anyway. So I'm enjoying talking to you guys. You helped to raise my spirits a little bit. I tell you, it's just a tough time when you do the weather and you just can't seem to help everyone you want to help. It's just the way it is, I guess. Here's Neelyville, Missouri. Let's see what they got. 85 degrees, but they got a storm bearing down on them. It's not too bad, just a typical thunderstorm. Looks like they got some pretty good showers going. And dew point is, that can't be right, 81.6, Mark? Is it possible to have a dew point that high? I guess it is. You can have 100% dew point. Especially with the rain coming in, with the rain coming in on them. But. Yeah. But just because you have a high dew point doesn't always mean you're going to get a severe storm. But we do know that for a severe storm, you need a temperature of 68, I believe, right, Mark? 58. 58. Okay, I knew. Oh, gosh. I don't know why I said 68. Yeah, 58. So anyway, so Michael Shane Dunbar says, thank you, guys. My mother will be very happy to know her weather radio will be working, and it will, I promise. And if it weren't, then all of us would know about it because we would make sure that we all know. But we did check in on it, and ours has no signs of breaking down, and nor any of the others in the area. Um, oh, Shelly Worman says, got to get in there before the next weather. Okay, I know what she means now. Chris, stay in your lane, man. He says, pay the bills.
We understand that. We're just enjoying talking to everybody for the moment. So
that's right.
We'll get to the bills.
Yeah. We could let you come and pay some of them if you want. We'll be glad. I'm just aggravating you.
Mm-hmm.
Dave is laughing. So, well, I guess it doesn't hurt to pay them if we want to. I do have,
No.
we have some more new sponsors that are going to be coming on. But I don't have much on them to share with you just yet, but it's Bud Financial Services. And then we have a piano tuning company, and we have a health insurance company. We got all kinds of things coming on. It's going to be fun. Tammy Tatum says, telling Chris or something anyway.
Yeah, she said something and decided, I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, okay. But you know what? I'm going to tell you what. As long as Cindy Shelton's on here, I got to tell him, Tammy Tatum, you quit being a copycat. You see how Chris has a bad influence on you?
Yeah.
Patty Putman says, thank you all so much for keeping us all updated and safe. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And Chris Mitchum, I said bleach helps, but it burns like heck. Yeah, I imagine it would. Sia Core says, I would be a sponsor, but I think I will be too busy. Yes, you are. You have yeah, you're going to be busy. And Dave says, Ma's Kitchen has a delicious menu, and it certainly does.
They
Absolutely
certainly
love
do.
it. Let me find it here. I got it up here somewhere. Here we go. Ma's Kitchen, 3022 Fort Campbell Boulevard, Unit 9. So it's right down from Harbor Freight. In Hopkinsville, Kentucky, 42240. There's the number, 270-632-1112. And we're going to be doing a commercial for them. You'll see that. You're going to see it all pretty soon, and it's all its glory. The beautiful food that they have, it is going to be so good. It'll make a bulldog break a log chain, I got to tell you. So anyway, yeah, that is an easy number to remember, Sia Core. He says 632-1112. We might make a jingle out of it. Anyway, so be sure and give them a shout out and go out there and take a look what they got. $1.50 for sausage and biscuit. There's nowhere in town you can get it that inexpensive. You know, $1.50 for a sausage and biscuit, and it's big. It's not just no little tiny one. It's a full-size homemade biscuit with a slab of sausage on it, and you will certainly love it for early morning when you go in. So it's right there behind Hardee's. In that shopping center. You can't miss it. And so be sure and stop by there and get you some of those good sausage and biscuits. Anyway, the next thing is you need a storm shelter. So take a look at this.
It's the middle of the night and tornadic storms are approaching. The nearest public shelter is miles away and they don't allow pets. You should have purchased a Mid-South storm shelter. Mid-South storm shelters offer you the security of having your own shelter at your doorstep. These sturdy and roomy shelters come in below ground or above ground styles. Both styles accommodate 10 people comfortably and will give you peace of mind anytime severe weather threatens. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. Mention the promo code Weather and Wisdom and you will get $200 off. Financing is available.
And, by the way, Cindy Shelton says tomorrow is Meatloaf Day, and I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I just can't say enough about it because I like everything on their menu. I haven't found anything on there I don't like. I asked her, I said, my mom used to make spam and egg on toast. She says, I can do that. Spam and egg on toast, man.
Yeah.
That is.
You know what? If you really plan it right, you can go pick up some great food from Ma's Kitchen and then bring it down into the storm shelter with you when you're sitting in there for the storms, and you can have a nice little snack while you're waiting.
Or better yet, you just bring it over here and we'll help you eat it. Anyway, I know some of you've got roofing problems out there. A bunch of you do. And I was talking to our good friend Michael Vance earlier today. Man, he knows his roof. He's got teams like, I don't know, he must have 100 employees or something, but he's got teams out there trying to get to everyone. And I'll tell you what, he knows roofing. He is a specialist on it. I can ask him a question. He'll talk over my head before I know what had happened. I learned so much about roofing. My head explodes every time I talk to him. So anyway, give Michael a call, 270-707-ROOF, 270-707-ROOF. He is the expert. He really is. He's the expert in the area on roofing, and whether it be residential or commercial, he can meet all your needs. He also has Lakeside Campground Marina, and boy, I like that place. It is nice. I can just never get in there. He stays full in the summertime. He may still have a few openings, so give him a call there. There's a website. Visit lakesidecampground.com. Go to it and get all the information you need for it. And also, can't forget my good friend Katie Moyer. She's got some salve that will absolutely be some kind of special and heal those aching muscles from picking up all those tree limbs. Take a look at this. Anytime my aches and pains act up, I always reach for Kentucky Hip Works Hip Root Salve. It's easy to use. Just rub it on the affected areas and you will soon notice big relief. You can use it as a moisturizing lip balm or ointment that heals and protects your lips during adverse weather conditions and helps with preventing chapped lips. This amazing Kentucky Hemp Works salve is available in our online store at dpww.shop. Order today. And you can find Katie's product, the HempWorks product, in our online store, dpww.shop, along with some of our Merc and other things. And also a link to the Shop Weather and Wisdom store that has all the apparel, like the hoodies and things like that. You might need those hoodies when it comes to the cooler weather coming in. So anyway, let's see. Tammy Tatum says, what does she say here? She says, he eat y'all out house and home. Oh, she says, I'm always home. That's us. Anyway, Ruth Cornelius says, I always want to cook when y'all come on. Oh, me. See, of course, says, you're going to open a restaurant next door to me. And Shelley Workman from My Time Era. Okay. Mary Voorhees, okay, next time I go visit relatives in Kentucky and Tennessee, I will put Ma's Kitchen on my bucket list. Oh, absolutely. You will not regret that. And then Kyle Epley says, how's it going, guys? Just got off work on the way home. What's our chances looking like in Franklin, Kentucky tomorrow, which I'm very familiar with Franklin. Got relatives over there. So, yeah, Franklin is right next to Logan, Russellville County, just south of Bowling Green. I think, Mark, they're still looking at about 6:30, 7 o'clock before they get the grand finale. What do you think?
I think so, too. They're going to be in this with most of the rest of us, maybe a little bit later. Again, they may see a round early in the morning. They could get the second round probably after 5 o'clock over that way, I would say, for them. And again, this afternoon, there are some storms popping up over that may move over in their general direction. So you could see a thunderstorm or shower this afternoon. It's most likely not going to be severe. Some of them could pop up briefly, but I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah, we got some showers down here just on our southern border around Oak Grove and back over towards southern Trigg. Let's look at this Clarksville camera, see if we see anything out of the ordinary with it. 87.4 degrees. And that's a nice looking sky, but a few dark clouds, but really nothing major. We know that there's a few showers falling, but not at that particular site. And so, yeah, it's okay. Let me go over here. I wanted to look at some of the other things.
Yeah.
Let's see what the elevator camera looks like, or is it still? Yeah, there it is.
There it is back up.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
This is looking down at Skyline Drive. There's the Kroger Shopping Center, and over here is the Penroyal Parkway, and the other side of that's Wally World, and further it just goes on and on. But we're looking towards the southwest, and you can kind of see the way the sun's shining. That it's actually looking a little bit more to the south. Yeah, definitely southwest, and get an idea of what it looks like. Beautiful day, and let's see, what's the next camera we got? Let's see if Barkley's back up yet. Nope. But we do have Lakeside Campground Marina. Boy, there's a pretty shot. There's the lake, and this is over at
That's
Michael
gorgeous
Vance's,
right now.
Michael
What's
Vance's
that temperature
place.
showing up there?
83 degrees, yeah. So
that's nice.
And that looks like good fishing weather. I'd want to
Mm-hmm.
fish right up in these coves up in here. I bet I could catch me a bunch of fish.
Yeah. Where it's a little shady because the fish, they don't like being in the sunshine that much. The water gets a little warm up close to the surface.
Right. Ashley May Orton, what does it look like for Owensboro and Crofton tomorrow? About the same as the rest of us, what we've been saying, because it's pretty well in a line here. So around 5, 6 o'clock, you should be getting the grand finale. Rob Stahl says, thank you, David Mark, for updates. Will Lexington, Kentucky be affected? Yes, it is the Lexington area that we know of. From what we're understanding, Lexington is the only place that is being affected. Shelley Tammy Tatum says, he hung
No,
her.
does he mean by the weather or by the radio outage?
Yeah, are you talking about the radio outage, Rob? I don't know. But there is a weather radio outage up there, and we'll be back on Wednesday. So may have an issue, but there's some other sites close by. Anyway, Holly Bankmanship says that's beautiful. It is. She says it looks so relaxing on that lake. That is Kentucky Lake that we're looking at. It is. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Tamara Neal just joined. Is that 5 a.m. or p.m. tomorrow? It's p.m. 5 p.m. The a.m. would be around maybe 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
But we'll see. And Tammy Tatum says, mess with DP Day. She's laughing at me. So don't pay attention, everybody, to Tammy Tatum on there. She's just acting up. Eden Flowers, is this storm looking to be just as bad as the one we had on the 16th? I don't think so.
Probably not, but it remains to be seen. Yeah,
it is a possibility. Now, if we wake up tomorrow and we got bright sunshine, then yeah, it's not going to be any fun out for any of us, and it's going to be pretty nasty. But if we don't have bright sunshine, then we may get through it just fine. We'll just have to see. We're looking here at the WKDZ studio traffic cam on 6880 going west towards Katie's, and you can see they got some storms coming in. Again, none of them are severe. Let's see here. Sheila Edgar, what weather radio do you recommend and where to purchase one? I personally prefer the Midland weather radios, and you can set them up. They're easy to program now. All you just do is enter in the county you want to get the warning on. It'll do that for you. If you have trouble, you can always drop by here. Let's see. And you can get those pretty much anywhere that sells them. Would be like Walmart's one of them. I think, I don't know if Lowe's has some. I believe Lowe's has some. And
they have had at one time or another. I don't know if they have them right now or not.
And there were a couple of other places. Ace Hardware in Katie's has some. There's others. I just can't think of them all. But anyway, those are some of the places that have some weather radios. I would ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel. I do need the subscription because it helps us keep up to date on all of our stuff. And we are up to date right now, but I really do want to be able to do some other things. And we're working on the 24/7 channel that I've been telling you about. And you guys, I tell you what, we're now at we're at version 1.1, and now I'm told that we're already up to version 2.0. So there's some big progress going on with it, and we're making improvements on it every day, trying to get ready to unveil it and stream it. A lot of folks that have seen it are certainly waiting for it to come out, and it's something to see, and I know that you guys will be sure interested in seeing it, but we want to make sure. Okay, he says, see, of course, says 1.7 and 2.1 now. Okay. He's the one working on it, so he is a busy dude, I tell you. Jacoby, I'm not sure why, but I'm in Albany, Kentucky, and our Midland radio isn't working now with warnings and watches. Everything looks like it should work fine, just randomly stopped. Well, there's really only one issue that would be other than the antenna. You should be able to hit that wide bar and hear the forecast. It could be that it's gotten it off channel, so you might want to check the channels on it, go through it, and see if you can find one it picks up. Those are just a few things that I would suggest. So, but more than likely, it's still going on. Patty Putman says, I'm getting conflicting messages. Some say weather radio will work, and others say they will not work in Western Kentucky. Well, I can tell you that the National Weather Service did not say anything about us having a weather radio outage in this part of the country. The only thing we found is that Lexington has a little outage, and it's not going to be that big of a deal. I think it's for a fairly small area. And so
now there is one up in Western Illinois that
yeah.
got struck by lightning that is out. But other than that, we have not found any messages or anything from National Weather Service.
So I'm going to tell you right now, whoever's telling you all that is trying to fearmonger or something. It is absolutely false information. And
now, if we do find out that anything like that's going on, we will be sure and mention it when we come on.
In fact, they're saying they're out now. So Mark, go over and punch that button, see if ours is working. And that way we can satisfy that right now. Let's see here. Dave says to unplug the radio for 3 minutes and then
rain 50%.
Reset your settings. Okay, I can hear the radio and they're working.
With a chance of showers with a slight chance of thunderstorms.
Sounds like it's working just fine.
Yeah, so that should answer your question right there. They're working fine, and so if they were having an outage, that wouldn't be working. So don't even entertain that thought. Okay, let's go on to something else. Look at downtown Katie's. There it is.
Yeah. Ashley Benbrook, did we get your question answered for your timeline? I think you were on when we went through it last.
Yeah, I don't know if we did either. There's our friend Mike Bynum. Says,
yeah,
man, I watched the aftermath of that tornado that hit down y'all's way, and it was awful to see. Yeah,
well, that was well over to our east, but it's still terrible.
Okay, so Patty Putman says, thank you for clearing it up. And Sherry Nelson, Lowe's in Hoptown has 6 Midland weather radios. Okay, so there's your answer. They have 6 of them there right now. Ashley Benbrook, no, sir. We didn't answer her question.
Okay, well, we've got a chance of showers and thunder showers this afternoon and evening. Most likely they won't be severe. One could pop up and be a little, have a severe warning for a short time, but mostly it'll be very isolated. Overnight, we're expecting a line of storms possible, or an area of storms possible in the 3 a.m. time range or so, maybe a little bit before or after that. That'll roll on through. We'll have a breakthrough midday, and then by, say, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, that's when the main event will come through. There'll be a line of storms out ahead of the cold front, and that's when our biggest chance of severe weather is going to be. And right now, it could be high winds, it could be hail 1 inch or larger, and it could be tornadoes. And we are in a hatched area possible for those tornadoes. So they could be strong tornadoes, EF2 or higher.
And that's just what everybody wanted to hear, too. John says, Lowe's and Walmart both say pick up today radios with a clock, Midland brand at $49.99. And I think they've got the other ones.
That's the one.
Yeah, I think they got the other ones that are a little bit less. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else on here I want to show you. Hang on just a moment. Ashley says, thank you so much. So let's take a look at this and let Ruth have at it. This is downtown Houston. Woohoo! So
hey.
Excuse me. Mark, we're going to have to take over for a second. I'm choked up.
Okay, looking like it's kind of cloudy and hazy, and it's probably hot and humid there. What is there? 88 degrees at 4:13 p.m. So, it's definitely on the warm side. And I don't know, that's Houston. It could be just a little smoggy, too. And while Dave's still trying to recover. Again, we're looking for not much from the storms today, but tomorrow we could be looking at 2 rounds again up in the early morning hours. I know that's the last thing everybody wants is to get woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning by your weather radio or whatever going off. And you jump on with us and we're saying, yeah, there's bad storms rolling through. And then again, tomorrow afternoon, evening, we're looking for little bit of everything. Oh no, Niagara Falls.
I absolutely love Niagara Falls, and there's a lady of the whatever it is, lady of the mist or
The
something.
Maid of the Mist.
I can't get over how many people. Look at how many people are down here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all the way back up around. Man, if they charge admission
Well,
to that, they're making a fortune. Excuse me.
On the size of the one that hit down here where we're at, we had a small one hit south of us that was an EF2, but it did minimal damage and other than to the power grid, which was out for about a day.
Right.
And we had no injuries or fatalities down here from that.
Right.
But over in East Kentucky, they've had close to 18 fatalities in the Somerset, London area. And I think that's been called an EF3, but I'm not certain.
You know, this is Kansas City. What is going on there? They got a nasty storm going because their lights are on and everything.
Yeah. Well, let's see if I remember.
It's a live shot because it's moving. Wow. So I don't know where Tracy Runyon is, but it looks like a pretty good storm going on in Kansas City.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. They got some severe warnings on those too. They're under a tornado watch right now.
Oh wow!
I think, or is it a severe thunderstorm watch?
Yeah, I see
Well,
some
that's a
lightning there in
tornado
the
watch.
camera. Yeah, some lightning in the camera.
And they do have severe thunderstorm warnings in that area.
Okay, there's the lightning. Anyway, look a little closer home. Let's look a little closer to home. Okay, let's try this one.
There we go.
The other exit 4 camera doesn't appear to be working, but this one is. This is the exit 4, looking towards the mall up here. And let's see, Michael Shane Dunbar. David, I know you're focused right now on tomorrow's events, but might I inquire of your thoughts on this coming Saturday? We host a cruise in Grand River Saturday afternoon, and my apps keep juggling the chances of weather. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Mark. Tell him what you think.
Right now, we do start getting a slight chance of showers in on Saturday, with a better chance starting by Saturday night and into Sunday, probably with another approaching cold front. The high is supposed to be in the low 70s, and the winds are out of the east in the afternoon at about 5. So other than a slight chance of showers, it should be a pretty nice day, partly sunny.
Yeah. So hopefully that answered the question for you, Mike. You might check with us. Let's see, this is Monday, so we'll be doing another update probably tomorrow. You can ask us again, and then I know we're going to be doing one on Wednesday, and we'll do one even on Friday. So you got several chances to pick our brains, and maybe we'll get a little more accurate as it gets closer. So anyway, let me go back to what I was doing here. Mark and radar. I'm gonna go hang on. I want to go up here and look at that radar at Kansas City. Ooh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, they have grief.
Yeah, that's a pretty good line of storms rolling through there.
It is. It really is. And that's out of the Paducah radar, I believe. No, this is the multiple site radar. But yeah, that's a pretty good storm. But you got to know it's pretty bad whenever you look at Kansas City and all the lights are on and everything like it's midnight there. That was pretty strange. I'm looking for Kansas City in this right now. I know it's up here somewhere. Well, I don't know. I got everything about to fall off the desk up here. I don't know what's wrong with me. So, anyway, Tammy Tatum says, do y'all want Day Lily? What? Huh? And then all of a sudden everything changes. Bill Colson says, good afternoon. Hi, Bill. Let's see here. Well, anyway, Denise Darnell says, Denise, was I supposed to get in touch with you? It seems to be like we had some business to take up, and I can't remember what it was about. There's Kansas City right here.
Yeah.
Well, they are catching it.
Yep.
Anyway, Jackie Level, what about Todd County? It's going to be about the same, Jackie. Todd County is going to be just about identical to what Hopkinsville is going to be. So just remember that that's pretty much what we're looking at. Arnesia Jameson says, just tuning in. What's it looking like for Springfield, Tennessee tonight, please? Okay.
For tonight, chance for showers, thunder showers, probably not severe, but then again, we're looking for a round to come through around 3 a.m. or so that could be severe, and the main finale is going to be tomorrow afternoon and evening, probably in the 5 o'clock hour or so, a little bit later.
Okay, so Laura Ladybug Boyd says, hello, guys. I'm going to Preston, Kentucky midday tomorrow. Should I be okay for the trip? Where are you going from? And Mark, I'm sure where Preston, Kentucky is.
Okay.
But we'll try to find out for you. Denise Darnell, I'll be up that way in a few days. You can let me know what day is good for you. Just let me know when you're going to be here, and I will try to make time for you.
Yeah. Preston is way over on the other side of Mount Sterling, just south of I-64.
I'm not sure I can find it.
Find Lexington and go east.
Okay. There's Preston. Okay. Wow. You got a trip. So if you're going midday, you'll probably be all right, but your drive home's ought to be kind of nasty.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might want to check ahead or carry us with you on the phone so you can see us on YouTube. And hopefully if we're on, you'll be able to see us anyway. And I think we may be, just depends. Danny T, hey Dave, I tuned in just as you were finishing up talking about the Hoptown area. Could you repeat it for me? I'm really freaked over the other night's storms. Yeah, that's a lot of people that are worried about, and we've got several viewers on today, and because of this. So the biggest time of greatest danger is going to be tomorrow afternoon. There's no doubt about it. That's when the cold front's going to come through. The cold front is really cold behind it. It's in the 60s for highs, and ahead of it, we're going to be in the 80s. So we're looking at a 20-some-odd degree drop in temperatures, which means that probably there will be some thunderstorms, depending on whether or not we get a lot of daytime heating tomorrow. If we wake up in the morning, there's clear blue skies, then yeah, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. But if it keeps on and stays cloudy, hopefully it will, then it may not be so bad. So that's kind of what we're looking at. At any rate, it does not look like this situation is anywhere near as bad as it was Friday. But that's dependent on it not being bright sunshine. The tornado threat's a little high, 10% hatched area. So, yeah, I'm not comfortable with it, but I don't feel as uncomfortable as I did Friday. So we'll see. We'll kind of try to keep everybody informed as things go through and we get closer to the event. Laura Ladybug Boyd says, thank you guys for the outlook. And Tammy Tatum, it's plant. Tammy?
Daylily.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you. So let's see, Mark, we've been on for almost an hour. Boy, time flies when you're having fun. I can't help it.
It does.
So,
and to everyone, if you happen to tune in and we're just tuning off or something like that, just wait a little bit and then you can go back and you can replay our whole broadcast on YouTube. It'll play all the way through for you. You can get all the information that we put out if you happen to just miss us. So we try not to miss anybody. We try to repeat for everybody who asks us to repeat when they come on. But I know some people, we're already running the closing credits and they're saying, hey, can you tell me? No, it's fine. It's fine. Just
I do see
go back and wait till it
comments.
finishes and you can replay it.
I do see some of your comments after the credits are rolling, but it's hard to talk over the top of the closing music. So just know that I do see your comments, and I appreciate you guys. I hope that everything's going to be fine tomorrow. I have no reason to doubt that it will. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was Friday, but you just never know. That's why it's called weather. You don't know.
Yeah.
But all we can do is try to warn you and take you through it. Ruth Cornelia says Facebook also. Yes, I will do a Facebook update tomorrow for sure, Facebook Live. And then we will do another live probably as those storms get ready to come in. We'll try to go on the air, and we'll see. Stephanie, Boston, Kentucky girl says, thank you guys. You're the best. Mary Vorvis, Toxa Akahi. Oh, good grief. I've messed up the last word. But Antio Wakanya Hebu Welo. She says she's going to fix dinner, so take care. Anyway, thank you all so much. Yeah, Mary kind of speaks some of the same language I do, so that's the reason we can talk like that. We actually said good things, so it wasn't anything bad. Okay. So anybody else have any questions before we bow on out of here? Lois Wells says, hi guys, we love seeing you on live. And yeah, I'm glad to be on here live with you guys, just to kind of get everybody calmed down before we go into this thing. And there's my good friend Harley says, thank y'all. I took a break to watch y'all back to picking up little limbs from trees. All right, Harley, go on back to work. And thank you for watching. See y'all later, she says. And Sia, of course, says, why is the sky blue? I can answer that question, but it takes too long. So I'll have to tell you in person. Bonnie Humphreys, thank you. And Sia, of course, it's the only question I can think of right now. Oh, you're not right. Okay, everybody. Mark, you got any last minute things? It says, what about during school hours? I think we're going to be okay pretty much during mostly the school hours, Mark, right?
Mostly, yeah. Again, if we can get through the early morning hours without having too much in the way of severe. Right. Some thunder showers in the morning would be good. It help de-energize us a little bit. So,
so storms in the morning are not a bad. Yeah, storms in the morning are not a bad thing. That you want that. That'll help to erase the severity of, at least help cleanse the atmosphere a little bit. Hoagie Bear 93, you guys really rock. We watch you every time for severe weather. Thank you so much, Hoagie Bear 93. I hope that you subscribe to us if you like what we're doing. In fact, if all of you are liking what we're doing, I hope you have subscribed to us. It would mean so much. It does help the channel. It helps us to continue our mission in bringing you guys the best up-to-date weather without panicking and everything. We will try to keep you well informed of everything that happens. And so we do appreciate you. So with that, Mark, did you say any last words?
Everybody enjoy your afternoon. We'll get through tomorrow just fine, and we'll see you then.
Hoagie Bear 93 will be covering tonight for the storms. I don't think so. We don't see much in the way of severe, but if the things do go severe and it's fairly widespread, we'll be back on, but I don't look for that to happen till tomorrow. So, okay, everybody, take care of yourself. I'll see y'all. Well, if I don't see you here, I'll see you here.
Bye, everyone.
Show. We've had such fun, but now must go. Every moment's been a delight until next time we say goodbye.